Danielle here from the Little Red Bike Vegan Kitchen with the second in the series of Quarantine Quickies. Before I start, I'd like to add that this was my first video, so I apologize that it's a little unpolished. I was speaking while I was filming and then decided to do a voiceover rather. So I'm going to make risotto using basmati rice. I have mushrooms there, broccoli and the stems, as you can see, they add a nice nuttiness. Those are portobello mushrooms. Creamy, white, delicious bites, peas and garlic, and I have a leek there which I've chopped up. So I start by putting a tablespoon and a half of oil in the pan, and I'm going to fry up the broccoli stems with the leek. So you fry it until the leeks become a little translucent and slightly caramelized. I wish you could hear the sizzling here now, and the smell is absolutely amazing. And to that I'm going to add the basmati rice. By frying your rice a little, it adds another layer of nuttiness to the dish. So fry the rice, the basmati rice, with your leeks and your garlic and the broccoli stems for a while until you just see it's starting to change color, as you can see there. And then I've got stock. I've got about 750 ml of vegetable stock, which you add very slowly and stirring all the time. I was chatting quite a bit here, so I got a little carried away. You can also add wine, white wine, into your stock. I would rather have a glass of it, to be honest. When I was making this meal, I had a gin and tonic on the side, and it was really delicious. So yeah, there I'm adding a little bit more stock in because it starts to absorb all that moisture, and then you just keep adding your stock slowly to the dish. Keep stirring the risotto. You don't want it to get too dry, and you don't want it to be too liquid. If you look at that, it's a nice creamy consistency. To that, I'm now going to add my frozen peas and then the broccoli and the mushrooms. Once I'd added the broccoli and the mushrooms, I put the lid on just to steam it slightly. You can see it's come together really nicely now. It's creamy and it's rich and it smells amazing. You can even add at this stage some coconut cream if you like. I'm putting in some smoked Malden sea salt. The little town we're living in is famous for its Malden salt, and I think I've seen it in South Africa as well, and it's really delicious. It has a really subtle flavor to it. That was the smoked version. Then I'm also going to put in some smoked paprika. I was on my second G&T now, so I didn't put that in so elegantly, but give it all a nice stir. And at this stage, with the smoked flavors and the garlic, it just smelled amazing. Now we're going to get ready to dish up. So I think I turned my camera at this stage, but once I had plated up, I added some lemon juice and some black pepper, and I put some fresh rocket on top and a drizzle of olive oil. And I must tell you guys, this meal is so delicious. It's comfort food at its best. I hope you enjoyed this and come back for more. Stay safe and stay well. Lots of love.